This is Wilson Sechi TV. Please, if you are hearing me, just like this video, comment to this video, and also subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Okay, so the woman talking here is called Pamela Arvoh-Mensa. She's a private legal practitioner. Yeah. She shared a very so touching story that you all need to hear, and this one could change your life. No matter who you are, can change your life. So without wasting much of your time, I wouldn't talk much. Just listening to her, and indeed your life will be transformed for good. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel too. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, everyone. I'm so happy and excited to be here. In fact, I feel so much gratitude in my heart to share my life story on the topic, and I will deal with the topic looking at the gaps, what accounts for the gap, and then strategies we can adopt in bridging that gap. So in the next few minutes, if you stay with me, we will be dealing with this topic through and through. But then before I go in there, I would like to, in my heart, to share my life story on the topic, and I will deal with the topic looking at the gaps, what accounts for the gap, and then strategies we can adopt in bridging that gap. So in the next few minutes, if you stay with me, we will be dealing with this topic through and through. But then before I go in there, I would like to, you feel that you won't be able to achieve much or accomplish the goals you set for yourself that year.
Zero achievement.
A good number of them. And how many of you also have gone through the year, and by the end of the year, you are looking at, wow, I couldn't even save much money as I wanted to. Yes, a good number of them. And then how many of you, perhaps it would be a weight loss goal, and then you intended to lose so much weight, but then you end up gaining more weight than you intended. How many of you? Yeah, a good number. So for me, I have been there, where year in, year out, I will end the year looking at the glass half full and wondering what didn't go well, what didn't I do, what could I have done better. And I'll tell you that I'd like to share my own personal journey and the things and the tools that I imbibed to get to the point where I now believe that, look, this is the reason why I wasn't able to achieve the things I wanted to achieve then. So let me just start by saying this. I'm a lawyer. I've been practicing for the past 12 years. But about 16 or 17 years ago, I was a pure science student from Holy Child. I did elective science. And then I went to KMS to pursue the science course. Then I was thrown into the Abazin Thermal Plant Environmental Department, where I had to, at the time, be looking at the effluent that was coming out from the plant. And that was what I was in charge of doing. So we take some samples from the effluent, we test it to check whether it was safe for the environment and all that. And then we had some fishes, I remember, in the pond, so that it was going to be a check for us. If the effluent is not safe enough, of course the fishes will die. At some point, I realized that I would go to the lab, hand the samples over to the chemist over there, and I didn't like what I was doing. I am a people's person. I love to interact with people. I like to draw from the strength of people, learn from people. And then here I was in the lab, always just me and some sample and some test tube. Don't get me wrong, some people, are excited working in the labs with all blood samples and all that. They are happy. That is good. So that was where I knew that I was in the wrong job. In this country, when you start your education, whilst you are perhaps in your elementary school, you realize you do well in mathematics or something, they'll tell you go and do science. Go and do science, so you can be a doctor. Yes, I had a dream. I like the question that came asking what was the dream like. I felt like I wanted to do medicine or pharmacy or that sort of thing. And where was that dream coming from? From the people around me in society. My dad was a lawyer, and he's still a lawyer though, but I never really thought I would be a lawyer myself. I did science, like I said, but over the period, I discovered that I'm a people's person. I like to advocate, I like to use my voice in solving problems, and then I embarked on the journey. Guess what? After a while, when I was doing that, people around you always get people around you. Oh, you're a science student, you didn't do general art. Why do you think you want to pursue law at this time? And I told myself, I think this is what I want to do. I have done it to the university level. I went back to do my LLB, my BL, and now I've been practicing for the past 12 years. Okay, so let's delve in. Dreams. What are dreams? A dream is actually a cherished ambition or ideals that we all have. Most people, I'll say, we all have our dreams. But then you would see and realize that after a while, is that when you have a dream, that will make business back. It's like I had this discussion with my own very good friend Yawako and the top executive of Apple. She's right here. And we were discussing this, and she said, Tom, you know what? Those who see that when they move from Tampere to maybe another region or even outside the country, they actually do make it. Why is this so? Why do you think that you will be living in Tampere thinking that you cannot make it here? But then when you move to another region, there is progress in your life. Your guess is